I know what you were saying is that you use marijuana regularly, you use it daily, and the place that you work has random drug screening. You haven't been tested yet, and so I'm just kind of wanting to get a sense of where you are with continued use. And
I use it every day. That's not going to change, and yeah, it's not going to change at all.
Okay, so you feel pretty strongly that. What is it about using marijuana that?
I'm always really tense and just really stressed, and every time I take it, it just kind of puts that edge off, and like a little bit of back pain, So I take it to kind of help out with that. It doesn't hurt all the time, but I don't want that chance to come up. I just want it to not hurt. So.
Okay. So for stress and for pain, and so you mentioned daily use. What would be, if we were to look at this, it sounds like those are the pros of using to kind of alleviate those two things that you mentioned. Any other pros to using, or?
Well, work is sometimes frustrating, so whenever I take it before I go to work, everything's good. I don't have to really worry too much. If they say whatever they want to say to me, it doesn't matter at all.
Less likely to react.
Okay. I'm gonna actually keep my job instead of getting frustrated or whatever.
So you feel it actually helps you keep the job, because if you were to be angry with a customer or what have you, then you'd get fired. And we still have this issue with the random drug screens that you've been fortunate not to have had to take yet, but that can come up.
Yeah.
So what would be the cons? What would be the cons of continuing to use?
I don't really know. I mean, I guess with the drug test coming up, losing a job, which could cause other problems, but...
Tell me more about the other problems.
Losing my job, I guess I don't have any money. No money means I don't have a house or able to pay my bills for my car or gas or anything like that. So I guess that comes up, and in that case I wouldn't be able to get any green. So.
Okay. So there could be a lot of consequences. You kind of played that tape out for me there, that if I do test positive on a drug screen, and we know that marijuana stays in your system a long time, that you would lose your job. I think that's the policy you were telling me. And that then you would not be able to afford the house and so forth. So there'd be a lot of financial consequences.
So it stays in your system for a long time?
Yeah. And with daily use, it's going to be in your system a long time. I don't know the exact amount, but marijuana does stay in a long time. So people can test a month out of not using and still test positive. And of course it depends on the person and so forth.
Okay.
So then I guess that gets us around the pros of stopping to use. Right, if we're not complicating, but the pros of stopping would be that, okay, well, we don't have the risk, or perhaps as much risk of losing your job.
Yeah.
Would there be any other pros to stop using? Any advantages for you of just not using anymore?
I guess maybe being able to be around people more without having to worry about getting angry or anything, but I'd have to work on that first. I don't know how that would work.
Okay. Being around people not getting angry, is this because they're kind of calling you out on using, or knowing that you're using, they can tell, or?
Well, family, yeah. I mean, family, they get frustrated. They don't understand. They think it's just because it's for me to get out or whatever. I don't know. They think it's some horrible, evil thing. So, but I think even just like the aggression at work and getting mad at just the people in general, because they're just frustrating to work with.
Okay.
But I'd like to be able to work in a place, and because I do like my job, like it a lot.
Okay, so you value your job.
Yeah, I do.
That's something you value.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like for us to talk more about that, what the job means to you and so forth.
Yeah.
I recognize the frustrations you have, but I'd like to talk more about that.